Tango to show you ready? Yep. So je do to juna la Jean Bando Daniel Jason Dagi Jesu Jipe Tunaji Dola Benja Sanje Roba So je Jordan Zoje Tona Shonje Bada Dana Jasanja Dagi Jesu Jipe Tunaji Dola Benja Sanje Roba So je Jordan Zoje Tona Shonje Bada Dana Jasanja Dagi Jesu Jipe Tunaji Dola Benja Sanje Roba So 야, 다 지루츠 말하네. 다시 될다네. 단디냐라 아당마텔지 테마지 셰자테테지. 뭐뭐지 고마 송나트니 시그노. 이네다 용주시에 그거를 왜스네 개자시티 되니. 용주시에 그거 말에 스타테 고조 유주전에 당사이 되네 세고시 고근도 요새더니라서 된자. 네 되니 지르지다 용주. 바페네니 다 세나트네 야부고 예서레스. So greeting to everyone. Last week, we had some technical issues, which as a result, a lot of people had a difficulty, hearing the teachings, and then because this teaching was also recorded in YouTube channels, so which I believed was also made available to all of you. So therefore, I have been advised that it was not necessary to repeat the teaching that I gave last week. 대단히 아지 요소소 강연자 문다진 거네. 네 셈발들이가 네 강연자들이 최대에나 아니 대지 위중을 하면은 검대지 자잖아. 아니 셈발들마디 레레 차야라니 배도 요래서. So in when we engage in meditation practice, so in order to be that practice to be effective, so we should have a mind, which is also calm and peaceful. So therefore, it's before beginning the meditation practice or before beginning engaging one's any activities. So it's important to get rid of if anything in one's mind which bothers you, which troubles you, which really you find it very something very distracting. So therefore, as a way to get rid of all these unsettled thoughts and distractions, mental distractions, so we do short breathing meditations. 야 셈발레레 야보에 딩이 또 양데 오늘 senje tochi zupe suji 공부 더 봐샤 대시다네 다 고냐래다 tani loke jodal ju pasha oñane ane tani ji kalmu shikane goji jawaina ya ane kalmu ji ngokini na chia pore ro yores so having overcome all this very distracting and unease thoughts, and in another word, when our mind become calm and very stabilized, then what next thing we need to do is to generate the proper motivations or the intentions to begin one's practice. So the best motivation is to to cultivate this bodhicitta mind, so which is to, by thinking, wishing for the complete enlightenment in order to benefit all sentient beings. So if we really begin the practice with such a such motivation of bodhicitta, then really then practice, or in fact whatever the actions that follow after that bodhicitta motivation, then it becomes very wholesome. So let's together, begin with this very few minutes breathing meditations to calming our mind down, and after that, then cultivating the proper motivations.
아야다 딩에 가서 지진 섬대니 현주지 센시 카테드레 되어래 아니 현주지 센시가 되니 이 예패지 섬바 아니 타티 바시레 되어래
So we are up to this the teachings on generating the awakening mind of bodhicittas, and an awakening mind of bodhicittas, so which we said that is the very advanced or the developed state of altruism, or thought of benefiting other beings.
대용다 로저 네 템바촌데 데라 수피니 네 수지 선비 네 수지 통제 존이 조더니 센데 녀서 말 때네 수지 송한들이 되냐 수지의 선에 아니 대도기 되잖아 탈라 대전자 누나래요 아니 녀래 조나데 아니 근데 농거 그래서네 뭐 아니 수산주 지진이 못해 내려대요 그래서
And so all the Buddhas in the past, so all have attained this state of Buddhahood by engaging in this the practice of bodhicittas, awakening mind of bodhicittas, and then the afterward, at the end when the when they attain, when they reach to this complete state of enlightenment or Buddhahood, so then also it is this mind, awakening mind, this bodhicitta mind, which really is because of which, so they engage in all the enlightening, the activities. So it is everything that the activities the Buddha deeds, the Buddha do. So this is all because of this bodhicitta mind.
대인자다 원아 델로존 대시에서나니 송제발라니 편도트니지에와이나 아니 델로존 대절라시에서나 쳔델라 아니 다 시마케레나 말레난다 아니 쳔델 펜바카르요 그래서 대 도마니 시지데 계치 무지 쳐된데스
So if we put aside this fact that how the bodhicittas so is the very main one of the main cause to achieve the complete or the supreme enlightenment, and also is the main cause which because of which all the enlightened being or the Buddha performs all their the deeds of benefiting others. So if we put this aside, but if we have to asking ourselves, also it's also important to know that how the cultivation generating the bodhicitta mind is relevant to this current life, and is beneficial to this current life as well.
대원의 젠델 대시간에 가세시 저거 예매대 아니 시지티 가시모랜데요. 그래서 가는세나 배나 당가서디 춘바르저 네 춘케소 야보지에 와이나 나서 춘델은 주용 거와. 대노지 가지고 제와체네 아니 젠데도 제 심하다 아니 차송을 아니 펜바에 와도 아니 대 녀래 제와이나 아니 대슈 중의와 대시 천번 중에 와지 하고서나 런서텔은 주야거니 앞에도 그래서
So the reason why we need to think about this, reflect on this, the benefits of generating bodhicittas, and it's because if we see the benefits, then we would naturally be motivated or inspired to generate, make effort in generating this bodhicitta mind. So like how, just as if you take an example, like as a merchant, as merchant, if we, when he see that whatever the the trade that he wants to perceive is very profitable, and then this can, and he would be then prepared to put a lot of effort in that, without any complaint. So similarly, so it's important that it is necessary that we understand these benefits of generating bodhicittas. Like for example, what in this lifetime, what benefits are there? Whether we see any value, any use of this generating bodhicitta for ourselves in this life, and likewise in the future lives, and so there is no doubt that if you see the bodhicitta is truly a cause, is a source to bring about a great benefit, like bringing achieving a great happiness and joy, then we will be naturally will be very motivated to put effort in generating this mind.
예수 조만게 비우니 대마 대칭에 보통 비 전에 운부터 또 nem부터 세네. 네 예수 바나지가 니다 제와셔와 디제 운부 뜨비고 논비고는 제와셔 당시도 운부님 뜨비고는 제와셔 니어레서. 대인자 운부 nem비고 제와셔 대니 륜조라마티바. 아니 전세다. 아니 리바이군 돌아되네. 아니 제와셔네. 소소로 딘제일레 레토와 손에니 문본노비 제와서 던든지기자 안에 대노지 전에니 제와서 던해야 그래서
so in the materials text, the ornament for clear realizations, so there is a verse which says how someone with a sharp mind and there's another person with a not so sharp or with a bit dull mind, how these two are different, how they are different in terms of the investigating or the things. So therefore those beings with a sharp faculties. So they primarily use the logic, use the reason to in their in investigating or in analyzing things. For them, they simply depending on the oral teachings of a Buddha or the saying of the Buddha, so is not enough. But so what's important is to see, to analyze and see things through their own reasoning and the logical mind, and I think this is the one we should try to adopt to understand or to understand the teachings.
대왕 어쩌마다 지발에 니 대원 대거요래 등하면 대봐요래 등하면 대거요 말했어 이나요 내야 소선 대화도 시간한 지그 등하시 다 뒤인 샘비거니 다 소소 대비그 등하때도 마태 대 만대바때도 체비그 등하 아니 다 소선 대화 대비 제주 많이 비그 등하 다 등하니 몸보지 이해되어래 대인자 등할 때도 네 토마테라 저 가는 준 것도 다네 네 될지지고 그래서
so we can reflect on the things that how the we all are same in wanting happiness, but not wanting unhappiness or the sufferings. And so there is just to recognize this fact that just as everyone's, we also always deep down, there's always we wish for happiness, but we do not, and we trying to wanting to avoid sufferings. And so, however, despite this, we the fact that we even if we do want happiness, but somehow we don't always find the happiness, and so this is like it's not somehow even if there are we confront or with the various like the unwanted or the undesirable things, and so therefore this happens. And on the other hand, we even though we do not want we do not want certain things, such as like the sufferings related to our birth, aging, and the sickness and the death and so forth. So even though we do not want, but we are subject to these kind of sufferings. So and so therefore now we have to if we think about, so therefore we have to think about now what we have to do to reverse our situations, and so therefore when you think about this, then we have to look into the reflect on the causes and the effects of the things, like happiness and the sufferings, because everything is depends upon causes and conditions.
대원 때마전에 되지네 지 동부스민에 가네니 둥아 셰바샤 근주 봉하셨네 동부 둥아데 셰바샤 그랬어 이바데니 둥아데 공례인지 그 지대 아니 제체선에니 둥아 짜네 매워서 지거든요 다 드니 그래와잖아요 다 둥아 제체제소 그래서네 드니 수요레스.
So we can recall here that the first teaching or the discourses that Lord Buddha gave so was on Four Noble Truths, and so among the Four Noble Truths, so Buddha taught the truth of sufferings first. And by he's saying that the truth of suffering is something that we should we must recognize, and then followed by he taught this truth of the causes of these sufferings. So that is the second noble truth, which is the origin of the sufferings, to the truth of sufferings, and so by showing this. And then, by saying that this is, if we do not want sufferings, then we have to understand the cause of suffering and to avoid the cause of the sufferings. And so in this way, Buddha showed even to get rid of the root cause of all our sufferings.
대형 단당아 주천디고 네 sembamushi ba zongi zode 네 control 대저 시동 아니 라수발에 준거 요래 네 다대우수수 따제진하고 그러와 control 히디살라네 다 sem바디 기본도 뭔데 네 소소레 소소노미리 아니 다 좀바친세리 강가라라니 다 소소를 공도 시에윤들살라 네 강갈 내와시야다 타나니 론라니 다지 뭔지 야포체딩이 솔라요 치츠보마 만데바 아니 든지시군에나 다 just 강갈와 비 도시 동야가 아니 대화들이 내용 거래서 공도 시에서나
So, if you take into account of our this like current life experience, then the what are the main cause of the various sufferings and the unhappiness that we we find in our life, and so from the teachings, so we learn that the main causes are such as like they're really related to the kind of the thoughts and the emotions that which we generate within ourselves. For example, such as the afflictory emotions in the form of like anger, hatred, desires, and so forth. And so therefore, now if we have to if we think about how what happens when what we experience when the anger or the hatred is present within ourselves, how do we feel? Do we feel good? Of course, we don't feel good, and in fact, when there's such anger or the hatred present in us, we feel very disturbed, agitated, and in fact, we can also cause the same like such disturbance or such harm to other being as well. Not only to ourselves, we can because of this due to this anger we can become as a cause of harm or the unhappiness to those like to others, including like one's family members, and neighbors, and so in fact we can understand that how when we have this out of anger, there's also danger that we will even will cause harm to someone who's been been most helpful to oneself, who's been most kind to oneself. We can even the anger can even cause us to harm even such a person who we should be feeling grateful, but we out of anger we will do that. We cause harm to them.
제장안에 벤젤우즈지제가 네 라마체베노나 론일 젠자 그밖에 고스네 수요레 가르스나네 론일 다 라네 다 등알아서봐 문제 받차송데 강원은 중고여르잖아 아니 론일 젠자라 때는 주고 론일라 제빠좀 일로텔라 때는 중고여르스 소소소 론일라 지초고 론일라 가오지 치고지여라 봐 론이 찐스텔라 때는 중요해서네. 때는 중요해서.
So in the Guru Pujas, so where there is a line which says that the source of all the downfall or the shortcomings is this self-cherishing mind. So here, so we this self-cherishing mind. So the self-cherishing mind, which is the only a mind, or a mental attitude, which only concerned about oneself, very much like very self-centered, and which only cares about oneself, and so we understand from this line that is the in fact all the unwanted things or the downfalls in our life. So we can all this comes derived from this self-cherishing or this very self-centered mind.
제장 안에 대 runjenzel shwate ne sewo shwore kayinsena kunro no wujil peshawa ina ne mejenji sozola ne tsitsboda ne sosu nje tanela ne tsitsboda na shwate shuzana ne soso kunro sakarwa ngada nginje yesene ta tela pitsichumbuji yawa isa ne kunro sakarwa ane mejemba temejila tani temeji ki shuzana soso kun tonsona ta shira soso shiwa no yi soso lawa no yi 아니 군도 사고 말아와 제자 대 소소 군도 사위 진세대 가르잖아 소소 젠즈 디고 중국어 그래서
So we can relate how the such unwanted afflictive emotions such as the anger arise is caused by this our the self-centered mind, and because the anger we feel we cannot tolerate the certain things which because it is we see that as a bringing harm to ourselves, and because we have a strong the attachment towards ourselves, and so therefore we whatever if we receive some we lose our temper when because and get angry because whatever that the situation we face is not acceptable to ourselves, and as if somebody has hit on this our I or the self, so that's why we cannot tolerate. So whereas if something happened, the same thing happened to someone who is not completely stranger, who is really not related to oneself, and then that doesn't really affect us because we don't have any the attach, or we don't have any feelings towards those stranger, to that person. So therefore we can clearly see the anger is conditioned by this our self-cherishing or self-centered mind.
원하다 ngazola dunga chasunju go rujenzte ina ane tate mewa kandesu ko senata da tangin yan shea ne yejenza ne shunju sen lojong ko re lojong ne rimba ji mewa chine ne tani che ko re runya sa del yejo ne ane je ba che ko res So as much as possible, so one should try to recognize these such as this the shortcomings or the downfall of this self-cherishing mind, and then the how in order to overcome that or to reduce the self-cherishing mind, then we have to train our mind, train ourselves with the practice or the meditations. So in where instead of reflecting on where we reflect on the instead of the benefit for our own, always thinking of our own needs and our own self, so we think of the benefit of the mind of cherishing other beings, and we need to train that our mind in generating this the mind of cherishing others, and as well as to see the benefits of generating and developing
instead of self-cherishing mind, then in the we cultivate, or in another word, we trying to replacing the self-cherishing mind with the mind of cherishing others.
네, 시통가 좀 미그질라. 아니, 단돌에 채워던 법아. 가려서나 녜메 네피테 뭐 제한다 왔다. 아니 마음비가 대노 뭐지 차지 좋다 왔다. 아니 다다체 네 레데야 아니 뭐지라네 진짜 용도 정거네 또 제시해야 지금. 노제야 보이요. 그래서
So we must also remember that that as a human beings, so we are gifted with a very special kind of intelligent mind, which has the ability to examine and to examine or to investigate things. So whereas it's something that which, like if you think of the other lesser form of life, like the animal, they do not have such a the intelligence like that human being possess. So they don't have just like our human beings, with our mind, which has the capacity to think about, even to remember the things that happened in the past. We can remember, and as well as to we can think about the futures, and of course to think about the various things that happens in this present time, and we can have this ability to investigate, to examine the things, that happen in the past, or happening now, or will happen in future. All this. So this is something that we got to remember, that that we have the great intelligent mind, and this is what we're talking about here too, when we talk about investigating, learning things through examining or through analysis. So we're talking about utilizing the human intelligence.
드니 다지 umbi shipala ndo chajowaina ni ngacholecho ni tnola supala ni sewa tni yorwa tno kajelo umbi shipase wotma yo achole ma pot yore ane zopo to cheji gu chena ina na ngachole to chewa ta bi sejelo kore de tinza da ngacho chewa to pojite ane ti no che de res tinza da ngacho no che de peche to ne ane da 소소로 강이 되는 게 생각을 해. 강에 네 대화 되는 게 생각을 해. 그다네. 아니 대 도마 진짜 같네. 네 도치 소식 같이 모르겠어.
So if we compare ourselves with animals, with the animal form of life, so as I said before, really what is unique, what stands us out is our power of our intelligence mind, this sense of the discriminating wisdom, or the sense of discrimination that we as a human being we possess. That is very unique. But otherwise, if we're trying to compare ourselves with the animal in terms of the power of our the sensory faculties, then we probably we will find that some animals are even much the advanced, much sharper than ourselves. Then likewise, if you talk about the physical strength, we can find animals, many animals much stronger and bigger than our physical body was.
대응다 가서디 이 옌페지 센스 옌페지 센티가 아니 나절 대화 가르치기 예매대 아니 다 자신이 전부 정에는 다 자신 전부 쉬어라 아니 그러 진짜 제와지 아니 녀슬래 아니 녀슬래는 소수절 시스미가 공소지래 돼요 아니 공기 가르치는 거라서나 아니 센지지 넘바 추다고 무zul린들로네 자외가 전체를 도면 봐지나 현실 세시 샤와 라테 준스 아트리시 수준です.
So as to the benefit of this, the awakening mind of bodhicittas. So which is the bodhicitta mind, which is the mind which the great masters, such as like the great like Shantidevas, who who gave a great deal of thought on this, on the benefits of this bodhicitta, this mind, bodhicitta mind, and also not only just thinking on the bodhicitta mind in general, but also in relating that the thinking on the bodhicitta mind, benefit of the bodhicitta mind, in terms of his own experience, and then this is how after seeing all this benefit, this is how then this he generated the bodhicitta mind, and so that he said in there's one verse in his text, a very famous text, a Bodhisattva's way of life. So where the Shantideva said that this bodhicitta mind is something which at the moment this mind is cultivated, then this even then immediately this is impure or this unclean, our human body, then actually becomes becomes a like the body, it's like a worthy objects of venerations, and something becomes a very precious, like a precious jewel, just as saying that just as the like an alchemic liquid can, how it can just by can transform all the metal into like a gold. So like this, so this mind which transformed this impure body into a very precious and the priceless and body worthy of venerations. So is this bodhicitta mind also.
제상아 치디 된다고 가르치고 그러잖아. 맞아. 니 레년이 지금 보면 그 무조건 리지 내줘요 그래서. 이나야니 무튼디가 무조건 리들. 네 예배 손주지 센데 용화라던데 손주지 시에서나. 아니 텔라테네니 다 수지자. 아니 리체르 통메 봐. 네 답이 럼바나 지와이나피 중간에 잠신이 같으니까 다 수지지 그거 대학 아니 드리고 나가지 리데 제초 그래서 대노지니 배샤와이나 아니 센지츠세네 아니 잘쉬와다 라자 아니 저대 센주야 같으니 지지에 있어라 대노지 저대 뭐 종이 그 저대용这些需要的这呢 세고 언제 와노지 맞소 무슨 리대야 아니 쇼주 생지 선바나 아니 다 수지엔 법배가 릴 아제 같은 리가 다 기세요래 세거다
So this, so from this the verse, from the this Bodhisattva's way of life. So what we understand is that this this body, this human body, which can be the product of the our past, karma and mental delusions, and so then what he's saying is like just as how this the alchemic liquid can simply touching that smearing that liquid on any metals to then it, transforming any metal into like a gold. So just like that. So the moment the bodhicitta mind is the mind arises within this body, which is the impure body, or this body which is the product of the karma and past and delusions, and then this body become a priceless body in the sense that it becomes the body can be transformed into the body of a Buddha, of a fully enlightened being.
제장아 다뜻이 제가 말해니 다 가려서나 아니 디 게지긴 레오데라 게와제 니다 가르치는 시아심에 년도도 년래 또 비제 게와이나다 타와 도시 게와이나다 뜻이 게와테 가르치는 맞고 깨라 동보노지레스 kuchun rewu chi mhang chadi chala ane tawa toji chi gichayina tawa to sansari gichati rewu ti zo chare ane ngento to ngele toye gewa ina ane ngento to ngele to sanwa na ane gewa ti zo na jecha kele dombo tela rewu chi ma to togu mewa ten nongji ga ane tsola rewu temha wa zo chi zo ndo kores ati shonshu senchi ga gechate ane ti noyo ne muje jeshi shonshu jeshi nongji ga ane loma te 모르는 로제다. 로아 마타네 알아서 군에 군도 패그레 마토네 주해요 말해지네. 안에 드리기 시주는 수주해레스.
So likewise, there's also another, a verse in the Bodhisattva's way of life, which says also which touch on this the benefit of the Bodhicitta mind. By saying that how the like the plantain tree, which is like the banana trees, which after producing one like a fruit, then it no longer produce more fruit, but the tree dies, and but however. It is saying that the bodhicitta mind, so it is not like that, but rather it is just like the bodhi trees, which keep bearing the leaves like the multiple times. So like that. So it's with the bodhicitta mind then. It's like a tree which never cease producing the fruit, like inexhaustibly, producing the result. So what it's saying, the implication is that it's not like the other kind of virtue that we accumulate, like such as a virtue we accumulate to which is. Which is directed to find a good rebirth, or to find or to achieve the liberation from cyclic existence. So those virtues, after they produce a result, like if you find once you produce a result such as you gained a good rebirth, then after that it no longer produces any more result. And so, however, it is saying the emphasis is that with the bodhicitta mind, so the fruit or the result that arises from that is endless.
원다 디 책 말했더니 아주 친데가 아니 다 봐도 마세발라 수빈 소매시비 디바토 치모 간데지 써야나요. 아니 슌지 센데 젤 시소나 디바테도 차소 인정받도 매와시에도 그래서 디바티인제부터 아니 매와시에도 그래서 베나니 아니 니빠오시다 제 로고 얘기지 보이네 봐. 안자 같은 로이나 다 가서 될 때는 침바이나 아니 nen다 다들 시험고 아니 은지바다들 저와된 노시가 네 현주의 살아 때는 가서 대지 지원이 디바트를 시험고 아니 디바트냐 더 그래서 어떤 이시가
and then furthermore there's also in the Bodhisattva's way of lives there's also further mention of the benefit of bodhicitta in terms of its power in purifying our negativities, a great force of negativities, where the text says that how by depending on this bodhicitta mind, then we can even immediately purified the even if the like the most kind of heinous crimes, such as karmic sin, such as murdering one's own parents and so forth. Even such a great evil actions can be purified instantly with this bodhicitta mind, and this just as it says the bodhicitta mind is like someone who is how even if the person is weak, but by relying on someone who is brave and someone who is strong, then can defeat the very the great enemies by and overcome the threat and the great fears or the danger from the enemies, and so it is in this regard. So the bodhicittas is regarded as one of the most powerful practice in in terms of purifying our negativities and obstacles.
다 맞아 현주의 sensitive 카틸라니 녀라니 현주의 sensi 펜시 그거래. 대자다 대 이제 되겠다 현주의 그 펜데 단도 뒤져지 단도 차이가 니다 어떤 군이 있어.
So there's in the giving this explanation or presentation on the bodhicittas. So there's always the first topic is to talk is on the benefit of the bodhicitta. So assuming that, so we cover on these topics.
다 그래서 내가 저때 뭐뭐제가 하고 그게지 맞지 진수니 같으니 라마세난다 네 게게세난다 로선지 속하시라니 다 대페리존에 깔레장이가 네 게신이 지금 기시 또가 네 디소테스 보마 대화지는다 명골 주줘야 돼. 이나다데 소니는 지페이게 살때 이나다 가서 처음에가 다 아니 내들에는 인조니도 좋다와다. 아니 라용 가서 롱만 나지가. 아니 다 가서 친지지도야. 아니 소소소. 다 명원들이 가서 년도가 아니 명시자고 왔어.
So just so before we finish, so maybe some of you might have already know that just at the moment, so our most most venerable Geshe Dokas, so who's been the resident teachers at the Tara House for many years, and so for for many of our members, many of people out there, for them, so is our spiritual guide in our gurus, and we are the most kind and most grateful being, and so recently, so at the moment, so he's due to some health issues, so he's been ended up in hospital, and but it's things as far as what I know is that maybe he might be, all the treatments are all going well, and hopefully he'll be back to the center in the next couple of days. But however, so it's important that so we all pray for his quick recoveries and his long life, and also to pray that that maybe never be separated from him and from the receiving teachings from him.
No, Shonju Senju Rambo Che Maje Bano Che Chewa Nyomba Mepa Kune Kunda Pewa Shu Shonju Senju Rambo Maje Bano Che Chewa Nyomba Mepa Kune Kunda Pewa Shu Shonju Senju Rambo Maje Bano Che Chewa Nyomba Mepa Kune Kunda Pewa Shu Shewa Kanda Yunda Lama Rame Chiche Pala Lonje Saton Lonje Terazo Dojin Choke Kobo Nyundo Shu Dona Pade Lame Katset Ketsa Tenza Tope Satin Tembe Jito Ngato Tawa Temba Yiri Nepe Trashi Shu Yeah, Taiba.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sani Paje.